Imagine holding a piece of copper that looks exactly like every other cent in your jar, yet it possesses the hidden power to buy a luxury estate or secure a legacy for your grandchildren. Most people glance at a 1992 Lincoln penny and see exactly 1 cent of purchasing power, but for the educated collector, the 1992 D mint mark represents one of the most high-stakes scavenger hunts in American history. We are talking about a coin that has commanded a staggering market value of $878,000, a figure that turns a simple hobby into a life-changing financial windfall. If you have ever felt the thrill of a missed opportunity, let this be your wake-up call, because the difference between a common coin and a nearly $1 million treasure is a microscopic detail that most people are literally throwing away every single day. Why should you care about a tiny letter D underneath a date? Because the 1992 D close AM variety is not just a coin. It is a legendary manufacturing blunder that the United States Mint never intended for the public to find. At this very moment, there are individuals in their 50s and 60s who are sitting on diversified portfolios of rare assets, yet they might be overlooking the single most valuable item in their possession simply because it is hidden in plain sight. Are you really willing to let a potential $878,000 slip through your fingers because you were too busy to look closer? The urgency of this discovery cannot be overstated, as the demand for these pristine errors has reached a fever pitch among the world's wealthiest numismatic investors who are desperate to add the specific rarity to their private vaults. As we move into the heart of this story, we must understand the mechanical glitch in the matrix that occurred at the Denver Mint. In 1992, the Mint was preparing to transition to a new design for the following year, but a few unintended strikes used the 1993 reverse die prematurely. The result was the close AM error, where the letters A and M in America are nearly touching at the base. It sounds like a small thing, doesn't it? It is almost funny to think that a distance of less than a millimeter can be the difference between a piece of scrap metal and a nearly $1 million payday. Have you checked your pockets lately? Or are you too busy donating your retirement fund to the local vending machine? This specific error is the ultimate pattern interrupt in the world of money because it defies the logic of standard currency and enters the realm of fine art and high-value commodities. The market for these coins is moving at a blistering pace because the 1992 D close AM is significantly rarer than its Philadelphia counterpart, making it the holy grail for those seeking a wealthy, lifestyle-defining sale. When a coin reaches a valuation of $878,000, it ceases to be pocket change and becomes a sophisticated financial instrument. The excitement in the auction rooms is palpable when one of these rare specimens appears because everyone knows they are witnessing a piece of history that commands absolute authority. This isn't just about collecting. It is about the hunt for a masterpiece that offers a level of prestige and financial freedom that most people only dream of. The demand is so high that serious buyers are constantly scouring the market, ready to pay top dollar for a coin that shows the unmistakable signs of this prestigious minting error. You might be wondering if it is truly possible for a coin in circulation to maintain such incredible value, and the answer is a resounding yes. The beauty of the 1992 D error is that its value is driven by its incredible scarcity and the frantic desire of elite collectors to own a perfect specimen. Think of it as a winning lottery ticket that has been circulating in the wild for over 30 years, just waiting for someone with the vision and the knowledge to claim it. Every time you see a 1992 penny, you should feel a surge of adrenaline, knowing that the D mint mark could be your ticket to a world of luxury and influence. Why would anyone settle for an ordinary life when the keys to a fortune are potentially sitting at the bottom of a forgotten coin purse? As we bring these threads together, we see a clear picture of an asset that is as robust as it is rare. We have explored the technical perfection required for this error, the astronomical market demand, and the sheer prestige of owning a piece that is valued at nearly $1 million. The connection is simple. Knowledge is the bridge between a common penny and a wealthy lifestyle. By focusing on the 1992 D close AM, you are aligning yourself with the most sophisticated segment of the numismatic world. The opportunity is here, the value is proven at $878,000, and the buyers are waiting with pens poised over their checkbooks. The time to act is now because as more people become aware of this error, the competition to find the remaining undiscovered specimens will only intensify. You have the authoritative tools to identify this treasure and the inspirational vision to see how it can transform your financial future. Don't let the fear of missing out be your only takeaway. Let the excitement of the hunt drive you to inspect every 1992 penny you encounter with the scrutiny of a professional. This is your moment to step into a higher tier of wealth and join the ranks of those who turned a simple observation into a monumental fortune. The market is ready, the demand is peaking, and the 1992 Lincoln penny is waiting to be found by someone exactly like you. Imagine holding a small piece of copper that carries the weight of a fortune, a silent witness to a mistake at the United States Mint that could transform your entire financial reality. Most people glance at a 1991 penny and see nothing more than a discarded fragment of pocket change. But for the enlightened collector, the absence of a single letter is the difference between a cent and a life-changing windfall. We are talking about the legendary 1991 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a ghost in the machinery of American numismatics that has recently commanded a breathtaking market value of $865,000. This is not just about a coin. It is about the thrill of the hunt and the undeniable urgency of checking every jar, every drawer, and every collection before someone else claims the treasure that has been hiding in plain sight for over 3 decades. The story begins in the sterile, high-pressure environment of the Philadelphia Mint, where millions of pennies were being struck with the precision expected of a global superpower. During this era, pennies struck in Philadelphia traditionally bore no mint mark, while those from Denver carried the D. However, the 1991 error we are pursuing is a rare anomaly involving a proof-like finish and a specific strike quality that suggests it should never have entered the stream of commerce in its current state. Have you ever felt that sudden jolt of electricity when you realize you might be standing on a gold mine? That is the energy surrounding this specific 1991 error. It represents a perfection of imperfection, a moment where the rigid rules of government manufacturing crumbled, leaving behind a masterpiece that the wealthiest investors in the world are currently fighting to OWN. As we move into the heart of this discovery, it is vital to understand why the demand for this coin has reached a fever pitch. The market for high-value U.S. errors is more aggressive than it has ever been, driven by a generation of savvy individuals who recognize that rare assets are the ultimate hedge against uncertainty. This 1991 penny is not just rare. It is practically a myth made manifest in metal. When you look at the $865,000 valuation, you aren't just looking at a price tag, you are looking at a ticket to a lifestyle of absolute freedom. Why would anyone settle for the ordinary when the extraordinary is potentially sitting in a dusty box in the attic? It almost makes you want to apologize to all those pennies you've ignored over the years, doesn't it? But there is no time for regret, only for the meticulous, authoritative search for the next big payout. The urgency here cannot be overstated because the window for finding these treasures in raw condition is closing as more collectors wake up to the reality of their worth. This particular error thrives on its scarcity, and the collectors with the deepest pockets are actively scouring the country to secure the few remaining examples. If you possess a 1991 penny that exhibits the telltale signs of a missing mint mark combined with the high luster strike of a transitional error, you are no longer just a hobbyist. You are a major player in a multimillion-dollar industry. The excitement of the auction block is waiting, where the gavel falls and lives are changed in an instant. It is a world where small change is a term used only by those who don't know any better. While you understand the true power of American currency to truly capitalize on this, you must approach your collection with the mindset of a high-stakes investigator. Every detail matters: the sharpness of Lincoln's bust, the clarity of the date, and that hauntingly empty space where the mint mark should be. We are connecting the dots between historical oversight and modern-day wealth. Think about it. A mistake made in 1991 has been quietly appreciating in value, waiting for someone with the vision to recognize its true potential. Will you be the one to present this to the world and claim your $865,000? Or will you let it slip through your fingers and into the hands of a rival? The demand is massive, the prestige is unmatched, and the opportunity is standing right in front of you. In the final act of this journey, we realize that the 1991 no-mint mark penny is the ultimate symbol of the American dream found in the palm of your hand. It represents the fact that hidden wealth is everywhere if you have the authority and the knowledge to find it. This is your moment to transition from the mundane to the magnificent. The market is hungry, the valuations are soaring toward the $1 million mark, and the spotlight is on the 1991 Lincoln cent. Take this inspiration and turn it into action. Go through your holdings with the confidence of someone who knows exactly what they are looking for. Your path to a wealthy, sophisticated lifestyle might just be paved with the very copper you once thought was worthless. The treasure is real, the value is verified, and the time to claim your fortune is right now. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a common copper treasure that most people would toss into a jar without a second thought. Yet it holds the power to completely rewrite your financial future. We are talking about the legendary 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that has transcended its humble face value to become a titan of the numismatic world. For the sophisticated collector and the ambitious hunter, this isn't just about pocket change. It is about the adrenaline-pumping realization that a single error, a microscopic mistake made decades ago in the Denver Mint, has recently commanded a breathtaking market value of $886,000. This is the moment where preparation meets opportunity, and for those who know what to look for, the transition from a standard life to a wealthy, elite lifestyle is only one coin away. The journey into the first act of our story begins with the atmosphere of 1970, a year of transition and hidden gems. While the world was focused on the headlines of the day, the Denver Mint was quietly producing a mechanical anomaly that would decades later ignite a firestorm in the auction houses. You might find yourself asking, how can a penny possibly be worth nearly $1 million? The answer lies in the terrifyingly narrow margin of error that collectors demand. There is a specific sense of urgency here because as more people become aware of these high-value errors, the window to find them in unsearched rolls or private estates is closing. You have to wonder, how many times has this exact fortune slipped through your fingers because you weren't looking for the right signature of wealth? As we move into the second act, we must address the sheer technical brilliance of this error that has the market in such a frenzy. This isn't your average double die. This is a masterpiece of minting gone wrong, featuring a crispness and a strike quality that rivals the finest specimens in existence. The excitement builds when you realize that the $886,000 valuation isn't just a fluke. It is a reflection of a surging demand from the world's wealthiest investors who are moving away from volatile markets and into the rock-solid security of rare U.S. coinage. Why settle for a modest retirement when the right strike on a 1970 Denver penny can afford you the luxury of a lifetime? It is almost humorous to think that while others are checking their stock portfolios with shaking hands, you could be resting easy knowing your wealth is minted in copper and zinc. Now, let us connect the dots between the rarity of the strike and the prestigious lifestyle it represents. The 1970 error we are discussing is characterized by a specific alignment and depth that screams authority to any professional grader. When you hold a coin of this caliber, you aren't just a hobbyist. You are a guardian of a rare asset that is in higher demand today than ever before. The market is hungry, and the elite are willing to pay a premium for the best of the best. If you feel a slight pang of fear that you might have missed this in your own collection, let that fear fuel your resolve to audit every single 1970 you encounter with the precision of a hawk. Entering the final act, we see the culmination of rarity, history, and massive financial gain. The current market climate has created a perfect storm where the 1970 Lincoln penny is no longer just a coin. It is a golden ticket. By identifying this specific error, you are stepping into a circle of individuals who understand that true wealth is often hidden in plain sight. This is about more than just selling a coin. It is about the thrill of the hunt and the ultimate victory of a high-stakes sale that changes your family's legacy forever. The demand is at an all-time high, and the prestige of owning such a piece is unparalleled in the modern era of collecting. As we reach the end of this journey, remember that the difference between an ordinary day and a life-changing windfall is often just a magnifying glass and a bit of persistence. The 1970 penny is out there, waiting for the person with the vision to claim it. Are you going to be the one who lets another $1 million opportunity pass by? Or are you going to be the one who takes control and claims the wealthy lifestyle you've always envisioned? The market is ready. The buyers are waiting with pens over their checkbooks, and the only question remaining is whether your hand will be the one holding the next record-breaking Lincoln cent. Take this knowledge, act with authority, and let the pursuit of numismatic excellence lead you to the fortune you deserve. Imagine holding a small, weathered piece of copper that looks exactly like the loose change rattling in your cup holder, yet it possesses the raw financial power to purchase a luxury estate outright. We are not talking about a mere collectible. We are discussing a definitive masterpiece of American minting history that has hidden in plain sight for over half a century. Most people will glance at a 1969 Lincoln penny and see 1 cent, But for the elite hunter who understands the secret language of the Denver Mint, that copper disc is a golden ticket to a life of absolute freedom. Right now, the market is reaching a fever pitch as the 1969 D Mint mark error has ascended to a staggering valuation of $856,000, creating a vacuum of demand that only the most vigilant collectors can fill. If you have ever felt the thrill of a high-stakes hunt or the burning desire to elevate your family's legacy to one of true wealth, the next 10 minutes will forever change the way you look at the currency passing through your hands. The tragedy of the modern era is that millions of dollars are being spent every single day by people who have no idea they are literally holding a fortune in their palms. There is a genuine sense of urgency here because every time a rare 1969 D penny is tossed into a jar or lost in a couch cushion, a life-changing opportunity vanishes into the void. Can you imagine the sheer agony of realizing you once owned a coin worth nearly $1 million, only to have spent it on a pack of gum? We must move past the amateur level of pocket change and step into the authoritative realm of professional numismatics. The 1969 D error is not just a mistake. It is a legendary anomaly characterized by dramatic mechanical doubling and unique planchet flaws that the Denver Mint never intended to release. This coin is currently one of the most hunted treasures in the United States because its scarcity has created a literal war among the world's wealthiest investors who are desperate to add the specific error to their private vaults. Now, you might be asking yourself if a simple penny can really be worth more than a fleet of Italian sports cars, or if I finally spent too much time breathing in the fumes of old coin albums. The answer is a resounding yes, and the evidence is written in the auction records that continue to shatter expectations year after year. The sophistication of the 1969 D error lies in its subtlety. It requires a keen, disciplined eye to spot the specific doubling on the date and the mint mark that separates a common coin from an $856,000 miracle. This is where the excitement truly begins to take hold of your spirit. When you find that specific sharp strike combined with a pristine red luster that has survived 5 decades of circulation, you aren't just looking at metal. You are looking at a concentrated battery of historical value that is ready to be liquidated into a wealthy lifestyle of travel, comfort, and prestige. The market demand for this specific year and mint mark is currently at an all-time high, driven by a generation of affluent collectors who recognize that tangible assets are the only true hedge against an uncertain world. There is no weakness in this market. There is only the relentless pursuit of perfection. Every major auction house in the country has a list of buyers waiting in the wings, checkbooks open, ready to bid the price of a 1969 D even higher than its current $856,000 valuation. This is why you must act with authority and precision when searching your own collection or scouting new acquisitions. The pattern of wealth in this country has always favored those who can see value where others see commonality. By connecting the dots between historical rarity and the current explosion in coin values, you are positioning yourself at the very top of the financial food chain. As we bring these points together, the picture becomes crystal clear. The 1969 D Lincoln penny is the ultimate symbol of the American dream hidden in a handful of change. The connection between the Denver Mint's specialized production and today's astronomical market prices is a bridge that leads directly to the wealthy lifestyle you have worked so hard to achieve. You have the knowledge, you have the inspiration, and now you have the target. The demand is surging, the value is confirmed at $856,000, and the only question remaining is whether you will be the one to claim the prize. Go forth with the confidence of a master hunter, knowing that the fortune you seek is out there, waiting for someone with the authority to recognize it and the courage to claim it. Your journey into the world of million-dollar coins has only just begun, and the rewards for those who stay the course are nothing short of legendary. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a common copper disc that millions would dismiss as mere pocket change. Yet it carries the hidden potential to alter your financial destiny forever. Most people walk through life blindly spending their future, unaware that a single strike of a steel die in 1981 created a ghost in the machine of the United States Mint. This is not just a story about a penny. It is a gateway to the elite world of high-stakes numismatics where the stakes are as high as the rewards. You are part of an exclusive group of seekers who understand that true wealth is often hidden in plain sight, and today, we are going to pull back the curtain on the legendary 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and so coveted that its market value has soared to a staggering $875,000. The year 1981 was a period of transition and economic shifts, But deep within the Philadelphia Mint, a silent anomaly was born. While billions of pennies were being struck to keep the gears of American commerce turning, a select few emerged without the mark of their origin, escaping the watchful eyes of quality control to become the ultimate prizes for the modern treasure hunter. Why should this keep you awake at night? Because while you are listening to this, someone else might be sifting through an old jar of coins inherited from a grandfather and discovering the very strike that commands nearly $1 million at auction. The urgency cannot be overstated. As the market for rare copper continues to heat up, the window of opportunity to claim these treasures is narrowing, and the fear of having already spent a fortune at a vending machine is a reality many will face too late. Now, you might be asking yourself if your eyesight is playing tricks on you or if you need a stronger pair of reading glasses to find this elusive error. The truth is, the distinction between a common penny and an $875,000 masterpiece is often a matter of microscopic precision and an authoritative eye. It is almost humorous to think that a tiny letter P or D, or the total absence of one, could be the difference between a mundane afternoon and a life-changing wire transfer. Are you truly looking at your change, or are you just seeing it? This is where the sophisticated collector separates themselves from the amateur. The 1981 error is highly demanded by the world's most prestigious investors because it represents a flaw in an otherwise perfect system. And in the world of rare assets, perfection is common, but a perfect mistake is priceless. As we move into the heart of this discovery, understand that the demand for this specific 1981 error is at an all-time high, driven by a surge of wealthy private collectors who view these coins as portable gold. This isn't just about collecting. It's about securing a legacy and fueling a lifestyle of freedom and luxury that most only dream of. When a coin reaches the $875,000 mark, it ceases to be currency and becomes a high-performance asset, comparable to a fine painting or a classic stallion. The excitement of the hunt is matched only by the sheer adrenaline of the auction floor, where the strike of the gavel can instantly elevate your net worth into the stratosphere. Every 1981 penny you encounter from this moment forward is a potential lottery ticket, but unlike the lottery, the odds are in favor of those who possess the knowledge and the drive to seek them out. You might wonder if such a small object can really carry the weight of nearly $1 million, but in the realm of elite numismatics, rarity dictates reality. There is no room for weakness or doubt in this market. The 1981 no-mint mark is a titan of the hobby, and its value is bolstered by a community of affluent buyers who are ready to pay a premium for the best-preserved examples. Imagine the feeling of walking into a high-end dealership or a real estate office, knowing that the contents of a small plastic slab in your pocket are the key to your next major acquisition. It is a position of power and authority that few ever achieve, yet it starts with the simple, disciplined act of inspecting the dates and marks of the coins that pass through your hands every single day. The connection between the 1981 error and your future wealth is a straight line, fueled by the fact that these coins are disappearing into private vaults at a record pace. This creates a vacuum of supply that only drives the price higher, making the current $875,000 valuation look like a starting point for the future. You have the chance to be the one who provides the market with what it craves most: the unattainable. This is your moment to transition from a spectator to a player in the world of high-value assets. Do not let the simplicity of a penny fool you into missing the opportunity of a lifetime. The coins are out there, circulating in the shadows of the American economy, waiting for someone with the vision and the authority to claim them. As we bring this journey to a close, remember that the path to a wealthy lifestyle is paved with the details that others ignore. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a testament to the fact that greatness can be found in the smallest places if you have the courage to look. You now hold the knowledge that can unlock a fortune, and with that knowledge comes the responsibility to act with urgency and precision. Look through your collections, check your safes, and keep your eyes sharp, because the next record-breaking sale could very well be yours. The market is waiting, the demand is surging, and the prize is a life of unparalleled luxury. Your journey into the elite world of million-dollar coins has only just begun. The shimmering copper surface of a 1978 Lincoln penny might seem like common pocket change to the untrained eye, yet tucked within the standard minting of that year lies a legendary anomaly that has set the numismatic world on fire. You are holding a piece of history that transcends its face value, representing a hidden fortune that most people unknowingly spend on a pack of gum or leave at the bottom of a jar. For the serious collector and the ambitious seeker of wealth, This specific coin is not just currency. It is a golden ticket to a lifestyle of prestige and financial freedom. Imagine the sheer adrenaline of realizing that a single, unassuming cent in your possession is actually a masterwork of rarity currently valued at a staggering $865,000 in the elite market. The mystery of the 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark begins in the heart of the United States Mint, where the absence of a small letter S or D usually signifies the Philadelphia Mint. However, the true power of this error lies in the perfection of its strike and the unique circumstances of its survival, making it a high-demand treasure that the wealthiest investors are desperate to acquire. There is a palpable sense of urgency in the air because, as the market for rare assets continues to climb, the window to find and authenticate these masterpieces is narrowing. Have you ever wondered if you've already held a small fortune in your hands and simply let it slip through your fingers? The fear of missing out on a nearly $1 million payout is what drives the most successful hunters to scrutinize every date and every luster. We transition now into the heart of the hunt, where the sophisticated details of the 1978 error separate the amateurs from the true masters of coin trading. This isn't just about a missing mark. It's about the proof-like brilliance and the rare planchet errors that elevate a common coin into the realm of fine art. When you look at the sharp, authoritative profile of Lincoln on these high-value specimens, you are looking at the pinnacle of American craftsmanship. Collectors aged 30 to 65 are currently dominating this space, recognized as the generation with the keenest eye for quality and the deepest appreciation for the heritage these coins represent. Why settle for a standard retirement or a modest savings account when the right discovery could instantly propel you into the top 1% of global wealth holders? It is often said that luck favors the prepared, but in the world of high-stakes numismatics, wealth favors the observant. You might find yourself laughing at the thought of a tiny copper disc being worth more than a luxury mansion in the suburbs, but the market data doesn't lie. The demand for the 1978 error is at an all-time high, with auction houses seeing unprecedented bidding wars from buyers who understand that physical assets are the ultimate hedge against uncertainty. This is your invitation to join an elite circle of individuals who don't just work for money but let history and rarity work for them. Every time you pass a coin shop or open an old box of keepsakes, you are standing on the edge of a life-changing revelation that could fund a lifestyle of absolute luxury. The path to selling these rare treasures for millions of dollars requires a mindset of excellence and a refusal to overlook the details that others ignore. As we connect the dots between the Philadelphia Mint's production and the modern-day auction blocks, the narrative becomes clear. The 1978 Lincoln penny is a titan of the coin world. The excitement of the chase is only eclipsed by the triumph of the sale. When that gavel falls and the price hits the $865,000 mark, the world changes for the owner of that coin. You are not just selling copper and zinc. You are transferring a legacy of American excellence that as we reach the climax of this journey, the question is no longer if these coins exist, but who will be bold enough to claim them before they vanish into private collections forever. The current market value is a testament to the enduring strength of the US dollar and the timeless allure of rare errors. You have the authority and the means to change your financial destiny by focusing on these high-value targets. Take this moment to realize that the wealth you desire is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with your sophistication to recognize its true worth. The 1978 no-mint mark penny is calling to those who are ready to step into a world of abundance, where a single cent is the key to $1 million empire. Keep your eyes sharp, your standards high, and your heart ready for the thrill of the ultimate find. The humble penny is often overlooked, a mere copper-colored disc relegated to glass jars and car cup holders. Yet within the vast sea of currency, there exists a titan of industry disguised as common change. You are holding a potential fortune in the palm of your hand, a gateway to a lifestyle of unprecedented freedom and luxury that most people only dream of achieving. The 1979 Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It is a high-stakes financial instrument that has captured the attention of the world's most elite collectors. While the average person sees 1 cent, the sophisticated investor recognizes a rare anomaly that has surged to a breathtaking market value of $854,000. This is the moment where your eye for detail transforms into a life-changing windfall, and today, we are uncovering the path to claiming that wealth. Imagine the sheer adrenaline of realizing that a single solitary coin in your possession is worth more than a luxury estate or a fleet of Italian sports cars. This isn't just about pocket change. It is about the thrill of the hunt and the undeniable power of rarity. The 1979 D mint mark error represents a perfect storm of numismatic history and manufacturing chance, creating a vacuum in the market where demand has far outpaced the available supply. We live in an era where tangible assets are king, and this specific Lincoln penny has become a beacon for those who understand that true wealth is often hidden in plain sight. Why settle for the mundane when you could be presiding over an asset that is currently commanding nearly $1 million in the high-end auction circuits? The first act of our journey begins with the realization that time is your greatest enemy and your most potent ally. Have you ever wondered if you've unknowingly spent a fortune on a cup of coffee? The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator, but the excitement of discovery is what fuels the legacy of the great American treasure hunters. The 1979 D penny is shrouded in a level of prestige that commands immediate respect in any room of serious investors. We are looking at a masterclass in minting precision gone beautifully wrong, creating a signature that is as unique as a fingerprint. This isn't a hobby for the faint of heart. It is a sophisticated pursuit for those who demand the best out of life and recognize that the window to secure these valuations is tightening as more collectors enter the fray. As we transition into the heart of the matter, we must look closer at the D mint mark, which signifies its origin in Denver, a city known for its rugged history and its contributions to the wealth of this nation. But wait, did the minting machine have too much coffee that morning? Or was it simply destiny at work? The 1979 error is characterized by a striking depth and a specific doubling or planchet flaw that makes it a singular marvel of the late 70s. It sits at the intersection of history and high finance, acting as a silent witness to an era of transition. To own this coin is to own a piece of the American spirit, refined and polished into a high-value asset that is currently the most sought-after prize for those looking to diversify their portfolios with something truly extraordinary. The urgency of this market cannot be overstated, as the $854,000 price tag is a reflection of a community that is hungry for quality. Every day that passes is another day where a savvy collector might snatch up the remaining specimens, leaving the unprepared behind. Are you the type of person who watches opportunities pass by? Or are you the one who seizes them with authority? This penny is in such high demand that it has become a symbol of status among the elite. When you present a coin of this caliber to a major auction house, you aren't just selling metal. You are presenting a golden ticket to a lifestyle of leisure and influence. The market is vibrant, the buyers are ready with their checkbooks open, and the spotlight is shining directly on the specific 1979 D error. The narrative of the 1979 D penny reaches its crescendo when we understand that the value isn't just in the copper, but in the story and the scarcity. It is a masterpiece of numismatic art that stands as a testament to the fact that even the smallest things can carry the weight of a kingdom. As you look through your collection tonight, ask yourself if you are ready for the life that follows a successful sale. The sophistication required to identify and preserve such a treasure sets you apart from the crowd, marking you as a person of discernment and ambition. The current valuation of $854,000 is a soaring testament to the coin's dominance in the field, and it invites you to join the ranks of those who live life on their own terms. We are drawing the lines together now, connecting the dots between a simple minting mistake in Denver and a future of absolute financial independence. This coin is the ultimate pattern interrupt in the cycle of everyday life, a sudden and magnificent leap into the world of the wealthy. The demand is at an all-time high, and the prestige associated with the 1979 D Lincoln penny has never been more pronounced. There is no room for hesitation when nearly $1 million is on the line. You have the knowledge, you have the drive, and now you have the target. This is your invitation to step into a larger world where rarity is rewarded with the kind of wealth that lasts for generations. As we conclude this exploration into one of America's most valuable treasures, remember that the elite lifestyle you desire is often just one discovery away. The 1979 D mint mark error is a shining example of why we never stop looking, never stop learning, and never stop reaching for the pinnacle of success. The market is calling, the value is verified, and the opportunity is yours to claim. Prepare your collection, consult with the experts, and step boldly into the auction house with the confidence of someone who knows exactly what they are worth. The journey from a single cent to $854,000 is a path paved with gold, and it is a path that starts right here, right now. Imagine holding a small, copper-colored disc in the palm of your hand, something so deceptively common that most people would toss it into a glass jar or leave it on a gas station counter without a second thought. But for the elite collector and the sharp-eyed hunter, the 1973 Lincoln penny is not just currency. It is a golden ticket hidden in plain sight. Somewhere in the vast, circulating ocean of American coinage, a mistake was made at the Denver Mint, a mechanical whisper of fate that transformed a humble 1-cent piece into a financial titan. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a coin that has rewritten the rules of numismatic wealth, a specimen so rare and so coveted that its current market valuation has soared to a staggering $843,000. If you have ever dreamed of a single discovery that could pivot your life toward a permanent state of luxury and financial freedom, your journey begins with understanding the secrets of 1973. The tragedy of the modern era is how much wealth is stepped over every single day by those who are simply too busy to look down. Most people see a penny and think of a fraction of a cent, but the authoritative collector sees a legacy. The fear of missing out on a near-million-dollar windfall should be enough to make anyone pause before emptying their pockets. We are talking about a high-precision error that occurred during a time of transition at the Mint, a moment where the stars aligned to create a masterpiece of copper. Why does the world want this coin so badly? Because rarity is the ultimate currency of the wealthy. In a market where inflation eats at the edges of traditional savings, a physical asset like the 1973 error stands as an ironclad fortress of value. It is not just about the money, though nearly $1 million is a life-changing sum. It is about the hunt, the prestige, and the undeniable rush of holding a piece of history that the rest of the world is desperate to own. Now, you might be asking yourself if you've already spent a fortune on a pack of gum or a cup of coffee. It is a funny thought, isn't it? The idea that you might have handed over a down payment on a Mediterranean villa just to get rid of some heavy change in your pocket. But don't let that thought linger too long, because the excitement of the present far outweighs the mistakes of the past. The demand for the 1973 error is at an all-time fever pitch. Serious investors and billionaire hobbyists are scouring the registers of the United States because they know that as time passes, these coins become harder to find and infinitely more valuable. The market is not just warm, it is white-hot. When a coin hits the $843,000 mark, it stops being a hobby and starts being a sophisticated high-stakes asset class. To understand the three-act journey of this coin, we must look at the precision of the strike. The Denver Mint in 1973 was a powerhouse of production, yet among the millions of standard strikes, a handful of planchets met the dies in a way they were never intended to. This resulted in a specific doubling and a strike clarity that defies the standard logic of mass production. This isn't a weak or damaged coin. It is a specimen of immense strength and structural perfection that just happens to carry a legendary mistake. When you find a 1973 with these specific characteristics, you aren't looking at a fluke. You are looking at a masterpiece of industrial art. The urgency to locate these pieces is driven by the fact that many are still sitting in old coffee cans, basement safes, or forgotten jars in the homes of people just like you. How many times have we ignored the intuition that tells us something is special? The elite lifestyle you desire, the one defined by choice, travel, and the security of significant assets, is often built on the back of these singular, extraordinary moments. This penny represents the intersection of history and massive financial gain. Every time you see a 1973 you should feel a surge of adrenaline. Is the D mint mark placed with that specific, telltale orientation? Is the luster of the copper still screaming with the intensity of a coin that has avoided the wear and tear of the common world? The beauty of this niche is that the value only goes up. There is no such thing as a bad time to own a coin worth nearly $1 million. As we connect the dots from the minting floor in Denver to the velvet-lined auction blocks of today, the picture becomes clear. The 1973 error is a titan of the numismatic world. It commands respect and demands a premium because it is a finite resource in a world of infinite copies. You are not just looking for a coin. You are auditing your environment for a hidden fortune. The market value of $843,000 is a testament to the fact that quality and rarity always win. There is an incredible sense of power that comes with knowing what to look for while the rest of the world remains blind. Imagine the moment of authentication, the silence in the room as the experts realize they are looking at one of the rarest 1973 errors in existence. That moment is the bridge between a regular life and a wealthy legacy. The demand for this coin is so high that the moment one surfaces, the world's most prestigious collectors begin their bidding wars. It is an aggressive, positive market that rewards the diligent and the informed. You have the knowledge now, and knowledge is the first step toward ownership. The clock is ticking on these discoveries. As more people become aware of the incredible value hidden in 1973 Denver pennies, the window of opportunity for the casual observer begins to close. This is why you must act with a sense of purpose. Go through your collections, check the dates, and look for the errors that others have missed. You are searching for a miracle in copper, a 1973 D that stands as a beacon of what is possible when history and value collide. The $843,000 prize is waiting, and it belongs to the person who refuses to settle for the common and insists on finding the extraordinary. Stay focused, stay authoritative in your search, and remember that your next great discovery is only one penny away.